All right.
Awesome.
Welcome, everyone. So it's week 2. How is everyone?
Yeah,
Good.
fine,
Yeah.
good.
How did everyone find this week? Was it good week? Okay, not so good?
Yeah, it was initially challenging, but it got better. It got better. So yeah, it was a good week.
What about you, Sarah?
Yeah, it was great. Yeah. We
Yeah.
enjoyed this week.
Yeah. Good week as well, Hajar?
Yeah, I think it was for me.
And finally, Deborah, how was it?
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, I think we're now getting more efficient at yeah, we know what we have to do, and I think it's flowing.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, must say, a shout out. Like the PRs were fantastic. Really, really good. Even like as David said, some of the professional developers out there, sometimes their PRs are not so well written. So really well done, and good coding as well. I've learned a few things from reviewing your code. So yeah, it's really, really good to see how far you're coming already. Okay, so let's just go right into the demos because I know we're running a couple of minutes behind. So who was doing issue 3? I think is it Kenny and Sarah? Yep. Okay, so yeah, I've got Kenny and Sarah for issue 3. So as a user, I want to set up a new shopping list so I can start tracking purchase items. So are you ready to go?
Yeah. Can you
Okay,
Yeah.
start?
okay, take it away.
Okay. Can we see my screen?
Yep.
All right. So I'll be taking the demo while Sarah would be going through the code. Yeah. So the task was for us, for the user to be able to create a token from the home page, and then when the token is created, the user is able to save the token to local storage. And now, if the user has a token already, the button disappears. So I have a token already saved, and that's why the button is not showing. So I'm going to delete that now, and then we'll see the button reappear. All right, so if I refresh my page, my button has reappeared. So the aim of the task was, and we also noticed that the add item page and the list page also disappeared because we have no token. So the task was to create a token. So a user clicks on the button, he gets an alert here that says new token generated, and the home, the list page and the add item page, the user now has access to those pages. And then if we inspect the page, we would see the token created here and stored. So this is our 3 random word token created and stored in local storage. And then after the token is created, the user is automatically redirected to the list page. Right now, we have no items in our list page, in our list view, so it shows our list is empty. So yeah, basically that was the task, and I think we met all acceptance criteria. So the next thing is for Sarah to take us through the code. So unless anyone has any questions about the functionality.
It looks great. I'm curious what once the user has a list, what does the home screen show? Like what is it meant to show?
It doesn't show anything. The button disappears.
Hmm.
So it's only when the user doesn't have a token or a list that the button shows. So if I delete the token, the button reappears. And then and then the list and the add item page will automatically show, which were not present when the user did not have a token. I could demonstrate that again.
Oh no. Yeah, I saw it. It's
okay.
Yeah, that seems to all work great. I guess I was kind of like once the way the app's sort of designed, like it's like once you have a list going, like you kind of don't need the home screen anymore, you know. But
Okay.
but like if you wanted to do something a little extra, like you could actually have the home screen be a place where you could switch between lists. You could have maybe multiple lists or something. So we could keep it around, and if we want to kind of add that functionality later in the project or something.
All right.
Yeah. Cool. Nice job.
All right. So Sarah will take us through the code now. I would stop sharing my screen.
Okay, can you see it?
Yep.
All right. So just a spoiler alert, I'm going to say the word token a lot, so just bear with me, okay? Okay, so we started with creating a wrapper for the local storage. So we have created a setter and getter for the token, and a function check token that checks if we have a token in the local storage or not, or even if it's just empty. And we use it here in the home component, which it only has just a title and a button. And when the user clicks on the button, we're going to generate a token using the tokens library. And we're going to use set token from the token service to store it in the local storage, and then alert the user. And after that, we're going to redirect to the list. For that we use the user history hook from a React router, which gives us an access to the history instance. And choose the history to redirect, we just need to push the bus to that component. So we just to push the bus to the list component. And the second thing we want to do is to hide the button, and also from the notification we need to hide the list and add item if we don't have a token. For that we have created a single like a global state for the app has token, which has an initial value from a check token, which indicates if you have a token in the local storage or not. And we're passing it to home and navigation. So in home, we're receiving the has token here. So when the token is already stored in the local storage, we're going to set the has token to true. So it will React will re-render the app, and it will take effect here and in the navigation. So it will hide the button, and the nav links will appear, right? So the last thing we did is that we have created a sort of root guarding thing. So we prevent the user from accessing the add item and list components if we don't have token. So we have created a function here, a simple function here that just checks if we have a token or not. So if we don't have a token, we just redirect to the home page, and if we have a token, it will just return the app. So, and we're using it here in the render for the render attribute. So it's like a middleware function or something. So that's it.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah, it was really good. I like the way that you extracted the getter and setter for the token, and then kind of taking that functionality and then you just call it when you need to. I thought that was really neat, and then having it kind of at the core of the app, the base of the apps, and so you can pass it through as props. Yeah, I thought that was very clever. So yeah, thank you very much, Sarah and Kenny. Okay, so if you stop sharing your screen, has anyone got any questions? Anyone got any comments?
Yeah, like I did like that it was abstracted out. That way you're kind of you're not managing like the name of the token in multiple places or something. It's all just in one file. It's really easy to tell what it's supposed to be called. Yeah, that's some good stuff.
Yeah, I wanted to add also. I left a comment yesterday on the code also that's very interesting, and encapsulation and decoupling that it's going to be very, very important when you go to more difficult or complex applications. So it's a very, very good start. So it's going to help also with testing when you get there at some point. And I was quite impressed to see that. Great job.
Yeah, I also want to quickly mention that your demo is really amazing. And the fact that you kind of split the work that Kenny went through the actual application that is hosted on Netlify, and then the actual code base was presented by Sarah, that was very cool. So I liked it.
Yep. Good teamwork.
Yeah,
Thank you.
definitely. I like the way you split it 50-50. Right, okay, so we'll move on to issue 4. So Hajar and Deborah. So issue 4 is, as a user, I want to add a new item to my shopping list so I can start recording purchases. Okay, so just take it away.
Okay, hello everyone. So our issue was about allowing users to add new shopping lists to the database so they can record purchases. So here on the left is our app. So I am a new user to the app now. So it gives me the permission to generate a token. So to just to recognize me when I for any future visits. So and since I didn't added or I haven't added any items list, it just gonna show me that my list is empty. So to fix that, we just add new item here and we fill this form with the item name, and then we choose when I'm gonna buy it. So when I click add here, what the app should do is take the token from my local storage and the items that I just added here and create a new list for me in the database with the data, because this is the first time I come here. So if I just, and here I should see, so here's my token and I should, okay, sure. And here is a new list created in the database with the same token I have in my local storage. So, and the list here is not showing empty anymore. It has the token the item I have added. So if I try to add some, a new item now. So the app now knows me and knows who I am according to the token I have in my local storage. So, and instead of creating a new list this time, it just gonna add to the list that I already have in the database. And in the list here, it shows that I have 2 items now. So now if I clear my local storage and just refresh. So I am a new user now to the app because I have no token in my local store. So what it's gonna do is gonna reset everything, and I'm gonna have an empty list again here, and I am allowed to add item. So when I add item this time, it isn't going to append here. So it's not going to add. It's going to add a new list this time because it's a different token. Okay. So this is from the first time and where I have 2 items, and this is from the second time where I have just 1 and the list shows just 1. So the app just allows the user to add only to their list items, shopping list, and it shows only the items that I have on that list. I think that's it for the demo. So
That's great.
That's really good.
thank you.
so I have to show the code.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah, so I will show you the code just yeah, quickly. Okay, so can you see my screen? Yes, great.
Yep.
Okay, so this is the code that allows the user to start recording the purchases. So first, we have created well, as you've seen on Firestore, a collection that's called shopping list. And then we have added 2 extra data points. So the last purchase now is set to null, and the house and property. And this is going to store the choice that the user makes into the database. So this could be either 7, 14, or 30. And it will be an integer. And yeah, as you've seen, you have 3 options, and this is responsible for doing that. This is the first part. The second part, and this is where the interesting and exciting thing happens. And I have to say that thanks to Hajar and her Firebase skills, this is why it's working. And okay, so what do we do here? First, we are fetching the token, and we're using the function that was provided by the other pair here. And then we're getting the data, and we're checking 2 things. The first thing is if the shopping list exists with the associated token here, then we are asking the database to add the new item to the items list. So just to update basically and just add the new item. If the shopping list doesn't exist, here then we're just asking to create a new list and then add a new item to it. And then we're getting the token. And then in either case, it will be saved successfully. And then we're resetting the input and the radio buttons. So this is this part. And how are we rendering the list here? Then we're using the Firestore collection component. The path is, yeah, we set it to the shopping list collection. And then we're using the props here that's provided by the Firestore collection component, the filter one, which creates the, like a simple query and filters the collection, and in this case, by the token. Again, we're using the function, and then we are conditionally rendering the list. So here we're saying if there's something in the list, then we're just mapping through and we're showing each item on the list. If there's none, then we're just telling that the list is empty. And this is pretty much it. And if you have any questions or feedback, let us know.
Yeah, I hadn't seen that array union thing before. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
The what?
But the in add item.
Oh.
Go back. The yeah, scroll that field value dot array union line 34. I hadn't seen that before. So could you explain a little bit more about how that works?
This line 34.
Yeah.
Okay. So so update the update method here. So items, this was taken by the docs, Firebase docs, to update the items list. And then you add the new item to it. So it would just append the new item to the items list that it's in the shopping list. So a list inside the list. So this is an array here, and we're just appending the object to the list. And I'm not sure if I missed something. Hajar, what do you think?
Okay, so this is just a Firebase method that, so instead of just having an array again and then push or spread it and add a new item to it, and then pass it again to the database, just Firebase provides array union, so that all we do is just pass the new item and that we want to add, and then it's gonna handle it for us. So we didn't have to worry about fetching the data first and then appending the item and then update like replacing the items again. So we just use array union. There's also
Nice.
array remove if we wanted to remove item from database.
Okay.
So it's
Cool.
just Firebase thing.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's cool. So the field value is a reference to the items array, I
Yeah,
guess.
it's I think just Firebase, so we don't we wouldn't have to like replace the whole array and send it back to the database. They just take the item from us and they put it as they like.
Yeah, that's really cool. I love it. I'm learning from you, Hajar.
I looked it up.
Yeah, I really like it as well. I think it's quite good that you're, you know, you have the collection of shopping lists, and then you've got each shopping list is a document rather than, you know, a collection is an actual token. So do you see what I mean? So it's a kind of, so you've got the document as the actual user list, the user shopping list, and then within it you've got the array of objects rather than separating each one out. So yeah, I thought that was really good as well. And also I like the way that you dynamically add your radio button. So that was neat as well. And you can sort of scale it up and down. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, well done both. Anyone else got any comments? Are we all good? Okay. Right, so yay, well done. Really good set of demos. I think you're starting to get into the groove of things now, definitely. And I like the way that you're sharing out the duties. Everyone kind of has gets a chance to speak. So yeah, really good. Okay, so what's up next? I think it's the retro. So I'm going to hand over to Luca.
Yep.
So Luca, take over.
Sure. So yeah, this week we have our first retros. And I love retros. It's one of my favorite things at the Collab Lab because of two things. One, we can celebrate our wins, kind of reflect what we did well and what went well, but also go to the future and understand if we need to change something or how we can continue the improvement. So right now, how this is going to work is that we will take about 10 minutes to go to the retro board, add the cards in our thoughts and opinions. And after 10 minutes, we come back and every individual can talk through their notes. And then we can discuss this as a team together. I can send out the link real quick. If so that okay. And so it's 9:20. It's 29. It's 9:29 at my place, but yeah, it's 29 for everyone, I'm sure. So yeah, let's come back in 10 minutes. Yeah, meanwhile, you can also turn off your camera, stay muted. And yeah, please feel free to share your thoughts, be transparent, be honest and kind, because this is a safe space, and this is how the teams, how our team can improve. So be honest, be kind, and be transparent. All right, 2 more minutes and let's come back. Okay. How is everybody feeling? Almost done? Cool.
Almost done. Fantastic.
All right, so I can actually start sharing the screen, so I will start from the top of the list, and we can talk through the individual notes that we all wrote. So let's do it whenever Hajar and Sarah are ready.
Okay, I think I'm gonna need a few more minutes. Sorry.
Okay.
I thought, okay. So I think I added before I'm finished, so I'm not sure where it is.
Okay, are we ready to get started, or you still need some time?
Yeah, I think I am.
Okay, cool. I will share my screen. Okay, can you all see my screen?
Yep.
Awesome. Yeah, okay, let's get started with appreciations and shout outs. Hajar is first right here on the list, so why don't you go ahead, or
Me? No. Someone else.
okay, no worries. Deborah.
I'm gonna try to edit them, you know.
Okay.
I can, right?
Yeah. You could, Luca, you could drag her cards down to the bottom of the list. And that'll buy her some time.
Yes, please, Luca.
Of course. There we go. I think we have Deborah first on the list, so why don't you go ahead?
Okay, so I'm supposed to read what I wrote or talk
Or
about?
yeah, paraphrase, read,
Okay.
whatever. Yeah, just yeah.
Okay, because it's a bit long what I wrote, but I could just, yeah. So shout out to Hajar. She was great when we worked together, and yeah, she explained things, and I'm really learning a lot. And yeah, also to the other pair with Kenny and Sarah. We met again and it was great. And also to all of you, the mentors, for responding to our messages and just for being there. It's yeah, it's great. And to Andrew, when we met this week, it really helped to move forward with some of our issues. So yeah, that's the first. And then I talk about what went well, like I move to the next, or we continue.
We continue the appreciation.
Oh yeah, okay, good.
Okay, awesome. Next we have
It's me.
Phoebe.
It's me.
Oh.
Yeah, just generally just appreciation for everyone. So the team's working very well, and it's so nice to see you so friendly and helpful towards each other. And a shout out to Sarah, because we did throw a lot of information at her and she just hit the ground running. So, and also to the mentors for giving out great advice and being so responsive to everyone, and for helping out myself, because I haven't mentored before, kind of in this capacity. So it's been really nice having a supportive group as well. So thank you.
All right, Sarah.
I'm grateful to you all. I'm really happy to join you, and I'm really just wanna express my appreciation to you all. Because you could just do anything else, but you decide to be here and help us. So this is really a nice thing. It tells a lot about you. So and hopefully one day I will do the same and help others and be for. And for the whole, I'm grateful for the whole team. They are always positive and constructive, and always they share the knowledge and the experience. So I'm learning from you, and yeah, it's great.
Awesome. Okay, moving forward with Andrew.
Yeah. Yeah, I just really love how this team is working together so well so early in the project. It's like you've been a team for months already or something. You're just all you're so generous with each other, and just and really just I mean, a couple of you have already said it, but just like the way that you're sharing knowledge and everything is just really great to see. The mentors, you're all doing an excellent job. You're like involved and you're interested and you're like you're thoughtful and everything. So like Luca, I love the way you set up the retros and by saying a couple things about it now and those kinds of things. So really good. And then, you know, honestly, Sarah, I forgot that you had joined late. You just have been so seamlessly kind of integrated into the team right away. Yeah, it's I appreciate your flexibility in just joining us after we were already underway. So
awesome. All right, it's me next. Yeah, I just want to mention and shout out to the whole team because, yeah, I would second Andrew's opinion that it all worked out so well for you that as if you've been team for many, many months and years. Also, I appreciate the fact that we all worked out time for office hours, and we managed to all get together for this. And finally, shout out to Sarah because yeah, there was so much information at once, and it was very very seamless to join the team and make the progress with the project. Okay, Hajar.
So, okay, I think where is mine? Have I added something?
Oh, it's is it on top? Oh,
Okay,
right here.
yes. So I think I really appreciate everyone here in TCL for their hard work and the time that you all spend here is just to help us out. It just blows up my mind how much time you all spend to help people you don't even know. So that really means a lot to me. So I think shout out for Andrew for this amazing program and for bringing us together, I think, and for Deborah, of course, for annoying her all week. So I think also for all the mentors, for every nice comment they have left us on our pull requests, and for Sarah and Kenny also. Yeah, I think that's it.
Amazing. And finally, Kenny.
Yeah, so I think I just really want to appreciate everyone at the Collab Lab who has put in so much time and effort into teaching us how to work together, which is something new for me. Because personally, I've always coded alone. I've never actually worked on a team, and it means a lot because I've learned so much in 2 weeks of being in the program than I've learned in almost a year of self-study. And also a special shout out to Andrew, who really helped me on a personal project I've been stuck on for weeks. I mean, Andrew connected me to someone who's going to help me take a look at my app, and he really meant a lot to me, and I'm extremely grateful for that. Yeah, so thank you.
Awesome. Yes, I cannot agree more with the skill improvements because for me it was exactly the same. Working with a team just skyrocketed my knowledge and skills. So awesome. I'm still learning from your PRs too. Yeah, let's move to what went well this week, and we have first Hajar. If you want to go first.
I think okay, I haven't wrote a lot, but I think we had a couple of good weeks so far, and it was just so amazing working with all of with a team. It was just a really good experience for me, and knowing Deborah, Sarah, and Kenny, and all the mentors. It felt like everything went well so far. So that's it.
Cool. We have Phoebe next.
Yeah, I mean, it's just reiterating really what I said before, but your communication teamwork is fantastic, and your PRs are so descriptive and really thorough. And yeah, just also the feedback that you give to each other, it's really constructive, it's thoughtful. So yeah, it's just really nice to see. So I think everything's going well so far. And also if you come up against challenges, I noticed that, you know, you kind of reach out for help, and that's really good because sometimes people, you know, they're quite scared to reach out and you feel like they're being, you know, it's kind of, they're being judged in some way, but I'm glad that everyone's just so open. So yeah, just keep up.
Awesome. We have Deborah next.
Okay, I'm just gonna summarize. It's a bit long. Okay, so what went well this week is that I felt that we were more confident about everything, really. that we're working on our branches, and then okay, now we know what we have to do. So it's kind of yeah, working. And what went well, yeah, I don't know, I just thought that personally I am learning a lot. Like Kenny said, I'm learning more now than I have yeah, in months. And I think it's great that, you know, when you give our PRs like a feedback, and then you say this is really good for, I don't know, like David said, or I think it was Luca, the encapsulation or something. And I'm not even familiar with those concepts, with those terms. And that is like, oh, really? You do that? You know, is this like in the real world? Is that appreciated? You know, so this is something that that I would just never get otherwise in any other tutorial or YouTube or anything. And then just I'm learning about myself because I wasn't sure I understood what we were doing. And then I asked Kenny, and then, can I just explain this to you? And he's like, okay. And then he was my, I didn't know that I was using him as my rubber duck. So I got it in the end, and he was just, yeah, it was great.
Awesome, amazing. We have Sarah next.
Okay, I think everything's going really great and amazing. I'm learning a lot. So for me, I'm learning a lot now about Git because I have always worked so before, so I didn't have conflicts before. I haven't been exposed to that dark side of Git. So I'm learning a lot about resolving conflicts and that good policy and stuff. And one of the things I like the most about the program, how it's organized, and I never used the project board before, and that's because before I had an internship before, and they just were like, we want to create a project that does X, Y, Z, and you have 3 months, and I was totally lost, and I had no guidance and help or anything. But in this program, it's organized in a very good way. Good way that encourages us to give the best of bring us the best of us.
I totally agree. I totally agree on that. Everything is organized so perfectly. And I'm next here, but I want to talk a lot here, but for the sake of time, I will be quick. I think everything was really amazing, starting from communication to pair programming, demoing your applications and new features you added. Everything was super amazing. And I think pull requests are made so well with all the descriptions, with the screenshots and ways how to test your code. They are very, very well done, I think. So yeah, amazing work. Next we have David.
Yeah, I only want to, it has already been said, but I really want to demystify the professionals because you are doing an amazing work. They are, I want maybe to ask Andrew for having something like a show and tell to show you what happens in a real company to see that your work is amazing. So yeah, that's it. You are getting the soul of what a PR means, what a code review means. So, and I'm super curious about your painting sessions. I want to maybe join sometimes for see maybe it's amazing also.
I would love to too. Andrew.
Yeah. I'll try to say just the things that haven't already been said. So I think the app is really in good shape at the moment. So the way you're structuring things is going to make it easier to add functionality in the future. So well done. You're working well together, and your demos are really good. It's just really nice to see how, like, you're very thoughtful about the demos, and each person has a role and all those kinds of things. So love that. Keep it up.
Absolutely. Next we have Kenny.
Yes, so basically, so many things have gone well personally for me because I came in the program with very minimal experience working with Git, and I always had this fear that I was going to do something that would just destroy the whole app, and everything would just scatter. But I don't know, as the weeks have gone by, I've become a whole lot more confident, and I always know that even if I do something wrong, I have amazing teammates that can put me through how to reverse it. Like, I once did something, and Debra, I think it was Debra that told me what to do, and without her, I would probably have spent hours searching the internet for how to reverse the command I made on Git. So yeah, also the code reviews have been really helpful because I've learned better coding practices, and these are things I never paid attention to. Like, for example, the short circuiting that I think it was Hajar that suggested it, and I think David then put a link. So I went up and read about it, and I realized there was a more efficient way to handle that particular piece of code. And yeah, it was really nice learning about that. So yeah, it's been a lovely experience basically, and I'm grateful for it. Yeah.
Awesome. And finally, moving to what kept us from making progress and what could we do better for the coming weeks, next week. And first, we have Hajar.
Okay, so I only wrote about my experience with TCL itself. So it was really hard for me to find something to want to improve about this experience. And I mean, you have provided us with not only one, but 4 mentors, an app to work on, a team to work with. And I just sometimes think like, I just have been given all that and I'm not given anything in return. So I really don't know. So it just feels like too much for me. Like, I tried to write on Twitter on my experience with this great team and this great program, just to feel like I'm given something in return. I know that probably won't help you in anything, but yeah, it's just something, you know. So as a team itself, I think, as I said before, we have a couple of good weeks, but if I really have to say something here, I think like a team, right? I'm gonna say like, if we have maybe to make changes to the app after the mentor's approval, we can just open new pull requests instead of just pushing to main. So the other team can, the other members of the team can see these changes before it's pushed to the production. So I think that's the only thing I hope to improve as working with the team.
Yeah, that's a really good point, actually. And I like that you all are feeling some ownership over the app too, because you know, that you want to follow these processes to make sure the app is like stays in good shape and healthy. But Hajar, like you being here, your job is just to learn and to just absorb everything you can from it. And we're all more than happy to be here and giving everything to you. I love following your tweets, and that does actually help TCL a lot when you tweet about us, and we can retweet that and kind of just amplify the fact that people are having a good experience here. It helps kind of keep things rolling.
Yes,
So thank you for doing that.
So I'm not annoying you.
No, it's great.
Sometimes I don't know if I should like tag you, mention you every time, or.
Yeah, it's great. We love it. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So,
about the Hashar comment, we, all the mentors I have talked to, we are also giving back because we got so much from the community when we were learning. Not in this way, but we are giving back to the community. So
Yep.
that's it.
100%. Sarah?
I want to add a lot. I can't think of anything that we can improve. Everything is going really well. So I'm just still getting used to collaborating with others and stuff.
Awesome.
Great.
Deborah?
Okay, yeah, just quickly that I couldn't think of anything that we could improve. And I am, yeah, I'm just grateful really that, you know, we even get office hours and everything is well organized, like Sarah mentioned. And yeah, it's just, it gives me a reason to actually get up and code and or just learn more. It's been kind of a lonely journey, and this is almost the only thing that that is exciting, you know. So thank you.
And Trio.
Yeah. The first bullet is really because I was trying to think of something. Another group had some feedback for us, so we might tweak the acceptance criteria a little bit in the future for this week, because one team is creating the functionality to add a token, and the other one is using the token that, like, kind of expecting a token to be there. So we're going to be more clear in the future that you should go about having, like, you should just enter a token directly into local storage and use that when you're doing the one that's adding items. Because another team just hard coded it somewhere in the code, and then they kind of, now they have to go and add it, like make it work with local storage. So anyway, we'll fix that for future teams. And then, like, I love that you're mostly demoing on production and not mobile screen sizes. I think those things those are important. Like, you can't always get everything merged in time to do that, but I understand. But we can always, like, at least open up the inspector and kind of set it to a mobile screen size, so that we kind of keep you on track to have this be a nice progressive web app. So maybe we can try to set a goal to do that a little more consistent in the next week.
Cool. And yeah, I just wanted to, or like all of us, we would love to hear your thoughts about office hours. If there is anything we could improve, or if you have any ideas how these office hours could be done, other than how is it planned right now. And would be awesome to hear your thoughts in the Slack. We can start a thread and discuss, or share our opinions about that. And finally, we have Kenny.
Yeah, basically it's the same thing. I really can't think of anything that TCL isn't already doing right. And particularly, I like the work hours concept. Every week, it's an opportunity for the mentors to check in on our progress and what we've done, and we can also seek opinions on how to improve our code. So yeah, I think kudos to everyone working really hard to make us into better developers. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Retros are done right now. We are a little over of our time, but David, if you want to take over, I will stop sharing.
Yeah, let's go quickly. So things are getting more and more interesting. So this week we have, do you have to stop sharing, Luca?
Yeah.
You're
sorry,
trying to.
I cannot find, yeah.
It's a little red, it's a red button on the, there.
Okay. Okay, let me share. Okay, so this week we have issues 5 and 6. Okay, let's go with issue number 5. As a user, I want to join an existing shopping list, so I can share a shopping list with another person. Okay, so tokens can be shared with other users to allow them to co-manage a given list. So joining an existing list consists in the following steps. So user enters an existing token, save the token to local storage, and show the user the existing list. So the acceptance criteria for this issue is when the user does not already have a token in local storage, the onboarding or home screen a simple form is displayed that allows the user to enter a token. I don't know if I have, let me check if I have the, I think that's in the wireframes
Yep.
here. So this one, okay. So the next point to comply with is entering the token and hitting submit saves the token to local storage, effectively giving them joint control of the list. On submit, show an error if the token does not exist. And the last one, if they get an error message, allow them to try again or create a new list. So this is it for issue 5. Do you have any question? Okay,
probably the trickiest part of that is when you submit and like, how do you know whether the token exists? You're going to have to probably go to the database and ask the database whether that token is in there somewhere.
Okay. So issue number 6, as a user, I want to be alerted when I'm entering an item that is the same as something already on my list, so I can avoid duplicate items. It's only acceptance criteria because the title is quite enough description. It has enough description, so we should show an error message if the user tries to submit a new item that has the exact name as an existing item for the list we are managing. We should show an error message if the user tries to submit a new item that has the same name as an existing one, where the capitalization has been normalized and punctuation has been removed. This, for example, in Spain, we have a lot of punctuation, and Germans do also. In English, it's quite easy, but this is important for having multicultural application. The last one, the user's original input should be what gets saved in the database. So this is going to be interesting also. So you have questions? Okay, so let me go to the project brief. So this week we have week three already. Well, we have Sarah and Deborah and Kenya Hajar. So any preference for any of you? Do you have any preference?
Is someone, I don't know, if someone was going to say something and I interrupted?
No.
No. So Sarah and I, we thought that number 6, right, Sarah? Yeah.
Okay, Kenny Hazard, are you okay with that?
Yes,
Exactly.
it's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
Perfect. So as always, Luca will post the thread for having the things, and that's it. I'm looking forward to see your amazing work this week.
And
So,
Phoebe, are you on? You're on office hours this week? Is that right?
I am indeed. So
Okay.
I can. So let's just put that in the diary. Sorry, my kids are in the office with me.
No worries.
So I can do Friday, or is Friday any good for anyone?
I think it's good for me. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. So yeah, I'm flexible on the timing. So I think I'm like UTC plus 1 hour. So it's for me it'd be like 10 to 3 o'clock. That would be my ideal time. So if there's any if there's any preference, I'll go for probably about 11 to 12, if that's okay. And I'll do the whole make sure that we get all the timings right. So okay, so I'll make a note of that. So 11 to 12 on Friday. Okay, so fantastic kickoff, everyone. Has anyone got any more questions? I know we're running a bit over, so if not, we should probably close the meeting soon. So any closing thoughts or questions?
How was it doing your first retro? Had anybody done anything like that in any other capacity in like a previous job or anything? It's a little weird first time you do it. It's like, really? I'm supposed to say all this stuff out loud?
We have been doing for 4 years at my company, so it's a little bit different. And normally we have someone external from the team that acts as facilitator. So when normally we do monthly retrospective for the team. There are a lot different kinds of things, both technical and human also. So so the facilitator, that it's a person outside, it's in charge of getting the timing, because normally a conversation can happen and can take the whole hour. So he's in charge of, he or she is in charge of making sure that all the topics are covered and assigning for the action items, assigning owners and everything. So, and it's very, very cool. It's a very, it's essential for continuous improvement. This retrospective, or there are other kinds of rituals, but it's amazing.
Yeah, I agree. They're really important for the team kind of getting better at working together and everything.
Okay. Okay, so should we stop recording? Yeah.
Nice work, everybody, this week.
Yeah. Well done, everyone. So just again, if you got any questions, put it in Slack. You know, you don't have to wait till Friday. But yeah, so yeah, anything that crops up, just let us know. One of us will get back to you. But yeah, have a great week.
Have a great week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thanks so much. See you later.
Bye. Bye.